Hi, everyone, and let's continue with the crazy dog type of week. So, this crazy dog, I'm not sure if that's really his hair, but it looks kind of funny. So, I thought we better go ahead and share the image. And on that note, let's share some of our good jokes for today. The first joke is this: um, what did the dog say when it sat on some sharp stones? Rough. How about this one? What do you call a snowman's dog? A slush puppy. All right. Goodbye, little puppy. And we're on to math for today. And we're going to start today with a little video just talking about our shapes. We've been talking about polygons and we have talked about triangles and quadrilaterals. And so today we'll
Shapes in
start
our
with
world.
this.
Ever since Mr. Thompson started teaching us about geometry, I see shapes wherever I go. Let me show you. The TV in my family room has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. It is in the shape of a rectangle. And look at my favorite board game, checkers. It has 4 sides too, but the sides are all equal. It must be a square. Here, look at this. My sandwich has 1, 2, 3 sides. That's easy, it's a triangle. Then I found these in my dad's toolbox. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So they're in the shape of a hexagon. And at the end of my street, there's a stop sign. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So it's an hexagon. As you can see, there are shapes everywhere you look. What does geometry look like in your day?
All right. Let's go ahead then today and begin with our lesson 4. So go ahead and turn your book to lesson 4, and that is going to be our lesson on quadrilaterals, and it's 851. So we're going to first go ahead. Mrs. Smith needs to move this over, and we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, and we are ready to go. Quadrilaterals. We talked about quadrilaterals before. And quadrilaterals, we know because of the QUAD, the prefix, that we're talking about something with 4 sides. Now, it says here some quadrilaterals have sides that are parallel. And parallel simply means they're never going to touch, they're never going to intersect. So we've got 2 parallel lines here, and often you'll see parallel lines maybe in the windows or the panels of a door. If you look all around a classroom, you might see parallel lines on sides of desks. Any of those are considered parallel. Our example 1 on this page is the Eiffel Tower. It says the Eiffel Tower shown is in Paris, France. Describe whether any of the sides in the quadrilateral outlined in green are parallel. If I take a look at what's outlined in green, it looks to me like a trapezoid. It shows me that the top and the bottom are parallel, but the 2 sides almost look like they eventually could come together. So the top and bottom we need to write in our book. Our top and bottom of that quadrilateral are parallel. So let's write the word bottom, B-O-T-T-O-M. A quadrilateral with exactly 1 pair of parallel sides is called a trapezoid. That's the attribute, the characteristics of a trapezoid. It will have the description of only 1 set or 1 pair of parallel lines. So the quadrilateral outlined in green is a trapezoid. A trapezoid. I'm going to make sure I spell it correctly because the word is right above it. Some quadrilaterals have both pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. Those quadrilaterals are known as parallelograms. A parallelogram have the attributes shown in the table below. So a parallelogram is going to be this. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. They're saying this side and this side, they're parallel, as well as if I highlighted the ends, this and this side. So the orange is parallel and the blue is parallel. Opposite sides have the same length. So if I measured from here to here, it'd be the same length as here to here. My top and bottom would also be the same length. Opposite angles are the same size. So if I measured, and we do this in green, but if I measured the angle that's here and the angle right across from it, these two angles would be the same. If I measured this acute angle or a less than right angle here and the angle that's right over here, they would also be, I'd measure the same. They'd be the same size. Let's go ahead and turn the page. On the next page, we have, there are many kinds of parallelograms. You can classify quadrilaterals, including parallelograms, using the following attributes. And we've talked about attributes and characteristics, sides, angles, and now we have something new, parallel sides. So I can say my side lengths, my parallel sides, and my right angles. So for example 2, it says using a centimeter ruler to measure the side lengths of each parallelogram below to the nearest centimeter. Record your results in this table. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to make this a little bit larger, and we're going to, I'm not going to say we're going to cheat a little. We're going to cheat a little. We're going to go ahead and measure using your centimeters, and they're going to go ahead and not even give you the measurements. But if you looked at figure 1, what would be your measurements for side 1, side 2, side 3, and side 4? We're going to just make up some measurements right now. Because I don't actually have a book in front of me, I cannot make an accurate measurement. If you have your book, you could do this accurately. I'm going to do a guess. I'm going to say right here that this is 3 centimeters. So side 1, and I'm going to say side 2 here is 2 centimeters. That means side 3, which is the same as side 1, is going to also be, side 3 is going to be 3 centimeters. And I have the same length on this side as this side. So side 4 would be 2. If I take a look at my other ones, I'm going to say this is probably 2 centimeters all the way around for figure 2. To me, it looks like a perfect square. So we've got all our 2's. Then we had figure 3. If you take a look, I'm guessing those are also 2 centimeters. So I'm going to make them all 2. All right, let's answer the questions below using the chart that we acquired or that we created. Which parallelograms have all sides equal in length? If I had both of my sides, my figures up there, it would be figures 2 and figures 3. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. So, I'm sorry, let's go back up here. Which parallelograms have 4 right angles? If I take a look, 4 right angles would be figure 1 and figure 2. I could tell by the symbols that are in the corners. So that would be figures 1 and 2. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. A square is a parallelogram with 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. So if we take a look then at number 1, figure 1 would be a rectangle. see if Mrs. Swint can make that. So we would write rectangle. I'm going to just put a little arrow and do it this way for now. Figure 2 is a rectangle, a rhombus, and well, let's look at 2. Figure 2 is also a square. Often a shape can be many other shapes. So we've got a square. It has all the same attributes. That's Square. Figure 3, if I take a look at figure 3, is going to be a rhombus. It's a parallelogram with 4 equal sides. All right, under guided practice, it says refer to example 2 and describe the 3 attributes that 1 and 2 have in common. Well, if I had to give you 3 attributes, my first attribute looking at figures 1 and 2 would be that they both have, well, let's think about this, side lengths. I could certainly say that their opposite sides are the same. I could also say they have 2 sets of parallel lines. I could also say they both have 4 right angles. All 3 of those attributes could be written under guided practice there. Let's turn the page. On the next page, we have this. Check all the attributes that describe each quadrilateral. If you're not sure, remember, go back and look at the previous pages. Opposite sides are equal length. All right, if I look at my opposite sides, are they equal lengths? Is one pair equal? Well, I see 2 pairs. So both pairs are equal. I would check and do a little check mark here that both pairs are equal. Are all 4 sides the same length? And no, they are not. So I couldn't check that one. Opposite sides are parallel. 1 pair or 2 pair? They are. Both pairs are parallel. And right angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for number 2, both sides are of equal lengths. Opposite sides are parallel. They have 4 right angles. I would classify this with those attributes as a rectangle. And you could write rectangle here. I'm going to let you classify the next. I think when you do it yourself, you have to think a little bit more. Let's go on to the next page. For problem solving, we have this. The Otis tennis tournament is played at Wimbledon in London. Describe the attributes of the shape of the tennis court and then classify this. Again, they want you to tell me about the angles, tell me about the sides, tell me if they're parallel. My brain builder is this. Hillary bought an eraser like the one shown. She says that the quadrilateral formed by the side of the eraser is a rectangle. So look at the highlighted part because the opposite sides are parallel and the opposite sides are the same length. But is she correct? And then explain. I'll tell you this much. No, she is not correct. And I'll let you explain why. Why is this not a rectangle? What attribute do I need in order for it to be a rectangle? And it's not showing it to me there. Kaylee is thinking of a quadrilateral. So I have a shape that's 4 sides. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. All 4 sides are the same length. That's important. Same length, all 4 sides. Sides are all parallel. There are 4 right angles. Draw and label the quadrilateral below. Kaylee says she drew a rectangle. Explain whether she is correct or not. So think about it. It sounds like she's talking to me about a square, but could a square be called a rectangle? Check the attributes. Tell me what you think. Circle the quadrilaterals that have all the attributes of a rectangle. You've written that down, the attributes of a rectangle, twice in this lesson. So figure out if these also would qualify. How can I classify quadrilaterals using their attributes? My friends, for number 11, the answer is right in front of you. It would be on this page where it says, what are the following? Side lengths, parallel sides, and right angles. Your homework for tonight is on lesson 4 is quadrilaterals. Describe the attributes of a quadrilateral. You can always go back, see how many sides, the length, angles for all of the shapes there. I don't think really there's anything more. You think about your shapes, and after you look at your shapes and the attributes of them, then answer the questions. So you are all set here today. You guys have a great evening, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.